What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, two-time heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is now claiming that rival Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder has been asking for, at the very least, $20 million after winning the arbitration for the highly anticipated trilogy match. Now Tyson Fury is stating that Deontay Wilder is asking for $20 million at the very least to allow Tyson Fury to face fellow countrymen, two-time unified heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Anthony Joshua in an undisputed match. And now Deontay Wilder and his team, they respond saying he had absolutely no interest in step-aside money. So he never asked for a number, nor was he willing to take step-aside money. He simply just wants to fight with Tyson Fury, and he wants it back in the baddest way. He used other words, and I'm paraphrasing. So Deontay Wilder responds, his team responds, he has zero interest in step-aside money. He never was willing to take step-aside money. So Tyson Fury has come up with a false number once again. Tyson Fury announced that the fight was done on Sunday with him and Anthony Joshua, August 14th, Undisputed Showdown. Tyson Fury, just look at the paper trail. There's a lot of contradictions. There's a lot of things that don't add up. And now his claims that Deontay Wilder has been asking for $20 million step-aside money has been refuted, as Deontay Wilder and his team say that that was never the case. They never was interested in step-aside money. They only simply wanted the trilogy match. And now the arbitration has ruled in favor of Deontay Wilder that Tyson Fury has to indeed give him a trilogy match by September 15th. So with that said, Tyson Fury is not happy that he has to face Deontay Wilder in a trilogy match, nor is Tyson Fury co-promoters, legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum, or his Queensberry Promotions legendary UK promoter Frank Warren, and obviously Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, who promotes Anthony Joshua. They're not happy because they wanted to maneuver around Deontay Wilder in this contractual obligated trilogy match that Tyson Fury is being held accountable to give Deontay Wilder. And so with that said, so they wanted to stage what is being considered the biggest fight in UK history between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua for Undisputed, which would see them end a 120-plus year drought from having the last undisputed heavyweight born and bred champion. We know that they have Lennox Lewis, who's a legend, an icon in the sport of boxing. Lennox Lewis, he won the undisputed heavyweight championship. He beat Evander Holyfield for it. Lennox Lewis is an icon. He's a superstar within the sport of boxing. Lennox Lewis represented 3 different countries. He represented Jamaica, he represented Canada, and he represented the United Kingdom, the UK. And a lot of fans, well, they just don't, acknowledge Lennox Lewis as a born and bred United Kingdom fighter like they would perceive Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. Even the build-up for Lennox Lewis and Frank Bruno tells the story about that. All you got to do is go back and look at the build-up between Frank Bruno and Lennox Lewis fight. Frank Bruno was calling himself a true Brit and saying that Lennox Lewis wasn't. So you can read this, you can see the storyline there. With that said, Bob Arum has now announced that and confirmed that July 24th in Las Vegas, he's looking to secure the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium, which is a brand new stadium. Fans haven't attended in that stadium yet because we've yet to have fans in attendance. So it's looking like tomorrow here in New York, there's going to be 70% fans allowed to attend live sporting events. So we're getting close to that normal 100% capacity of fans to be attending. There's even reports that you're going to have Jamel Charlo versus Brian Castano July 17th Undisputed Showdown at the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, and that is going to have 70% capacity of fans in attendance. So that's great news. So with that said, it looks like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are headed for a trilogy match July, or possibly that date could be moved to August. The Olympics starts July 23rd. that could be subject to change as well. But Bob Arum, he secured a few venues for July 24th, and that obviously could be subject to change. And now it's looking like Anthony Joshua is going to face his WBO mandatory challenger in Alexander Usyk, who was a former undisputed champion at cruiserweight. He's undefeated at heavyweight. He's undefeated at cruiserweight. He was undisputed at cruiserweight. And now, because he held the WBO title at cruiserweight, when he moved up in weight, they automatically pushed him in the front of the line. He's the #1 mandatory challenger. So he's Anthony Joshua's mandatory challenger for the WBO title, and it's looking like that could take place in August. So it's a strong possibility that we can get Tyson Fury versus Wilder and Joshua versus Usyk, that both those fights to take place in August. Okay, so with that said, Deontay Wilder has let it be known that he absolutely did not want any step-aside money, nor did he give Tyson Fury a number for step-aside money, that he simply wants the fight with Tyson Fury. And if the arbitration, I'm guessing now, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not, inside news, but I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of reality. If he wasn't, we heard Bob Arum, he stated that if Deontay Wilder wasn't awarded the win, he would still have to get paid, some compensation for his services and for not getting the fight. So maybe that's the number where Tyson Fury is coming up with this number. But we've heard numerous of numbers thrown out there: $80 million, $50 million, $30 million. Now Tyson Fury is saying $20 million. Okay. Deontay Wilder saying there was no millions of dollars, there was no number from his side. He just simply wants the fight. Thus the reason why he's took it to mediation and then took it to arbitration, because he wants what he's contractually obligated to receive, and that's the trilogy match with Tyson Fury, because he's looking to become a 2-time world champion and looking to beat Tyson Fury, regain his title. So he's saying that there absolutely was no number. You saw even now his new trainer, Malik Scott, he said that we never look for a number. You're dealing with a whole different breed of a fighter over here. We wasn't looking for a number. There was no math. There wasn't a number put out there. That's not true. So Tyson Fury is putting a number out there because he's trying to, sway the fans. He's, in a position where he wanted to fight with Anthony Joshua, but Tyson Fury, he's the one that put pen to paper. He agreed to face Deontay Wilder for a trilogy match, so that's on Tyson Fury. So now Tyson Fury, according to Bob Arum, they saw a loophole in the contract. It's Bob Arum says that it didn't say immediate in the contract, that he owed Wilder a trilogy, but it didn't say immediate, and so they took the opportunity and tried to, push forward and move forward with a different fight. Tyson Fury at one point in time stated he would never step back in the ring with Deontay Wilder, so I'm sure he's not happy. And now he's putting it out there because he needs a reason for why this fight and an explanation for why this undisputed showdown that he promised the fans. And Eddie Hearn promised the fans. They guaranteed that there was going to be an undisputed showdown between Joshua and Fury, and that's not going to happen. So they need an explanation for the fans, to explain to the fans. So what better way than simply push it off all on Deontay Wilder and say, well, he didn't want to take step aside money, or he wanted, he put the number so far out there we can't, pay him, so we got to just go ahead and fight him. No, he never put a number out there, so he was just going to have to go ahead and fight him either which way, because he wasn't looking for money. He was looking for a rematch. He's looking for redemption. Okay, he's not looking to get paid. Obviously, he's a prize fighter, so he's going to have a purse awarded to him, win, lose, or draw. But he's not looking for the purse just to step aside. And why would he do so, seeing as though Tyson Fury has never honored any of his contracts, essentially, okay? Not when it comes to rematches. He didn't honor it when it came to Vladimir Klitschko in the immediate rematch. He didn't honor it against Deontay Wilder after the first fight, the immediate rematch. And he's not trying to honor the trilogy. So why would he trust that Tyson Fury is going to, they're going to pay him step aside money. They're going to have the fight with Joshua, and then they're going to face him. And the winner, should the winner be Tyson Fury. Now, Anthony Joshua will honor the contract. Should he beat Tyson Fury, I believe Anthony Joshua would stand on the square and honor the contract and say he got to fight Deontay Wilder. But Tyson Fury, we all know that Tyson Fury doesn't do so. He's not trying to honor the trilogy that Deontay Wilder is currently agreed in and locked in with right now currently. So why would he bank on Tyson Fury beating Joshua and honoring the trilogy after he beats Anthony Joshua? That just wouldn't add up, okay? So there you have it. 1 + 1 needs to equal 2. And we know that why would he, say agree to that when he know Tyson Fury is not going to. He's been in this situation twice with Tyson Fury. Why would he go into it a third time? No. So that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.